And so then that speaks to where we put the energy and I don't know why I'm struggling to find the word. Whether we're putting it there from a position of harmony or resistance.
Mm.
Where we feel resistance, there's possibility for growth. And the more we grow, the more beautiful it becomes. The bigger the perspective will be.
I think so, Heinz. Yeah.
It's like trying to look out over the city from the bottom of the mountain. It's not much you'll see. You'll only see the first couple of houses. But the higher you climb, the more city you'll see.
Yeah. And for me, there's still that thing about trust. It just, when I remind myself to trust, there's a lot that happens for me in that moment.
Yeah, like my son
Some
says,
people just have trust inherently, right? They don't need to remind themselves. But I think it's a very helpful not just the word, but the energy of it is very helpful.
Like my son says often now, trusting the process.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have faith, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then after a while, you build up a memory of the times that you've done that and what you liked about the outcome. And so then it becomes more automatic.
Yeah, when you were speaking earlier, a song came in my head. Life's a journey, not a destination.
Mm.
That's the same, like you were saying, it's not about the outcome. It's about the journey.
I'll say this to that in addition, Hans, though, is you do need to know what direction you want to go into.
Yep. The direction is sort of like looking at the compass. It's not looking out in front of you because the compass is way more correct.
Yeah.
How are you getting on, Heinz, since the CYD?
Oh, I run into prolapse in the back that touches a nerve that goes down to my arm, but I realized, well, it's probably much more than that. I dove into it and realized, well, the left arm is for receiving. And I've always been a way better giver than I've been a receiver. And after I came to that conclusion, the pain it's still there, but now it's doable. It's not annoying. So it's like manifesting with your higher self. Are you ready for the next course? Yeah, it will be in what, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah and no. Because since CYD, I've done, the conflict resolution. I've done that a few times with a guy that I met on the course. So he's been helping me with the conflict process and I've been helping him. But a lot of stuff has come up that I've seen around it and it's been quite uncomfortable to see. I needed to see it, but yeah, it's a really powerful process.
The best
I
thing
don't
you
know
can
if you've
do.
done the conflict yet, but it's a really powerful process.
I don't even know what it is, but I think I do work with my conflicts in many ways. But the big trick is it's all a story. Don't put any energy and the emotion to it. Then it's way easier to work with yourself when you're working with something in the past. Just see, it's like watching a movie and don't put your emotions in it because it's already done. So leave the emotions alone, then work through whatever you need to work through, and the emotions would actually follow. You don't need to throw everything in there.
The conflict process, Heinz, it was one of the processes William White Cloud did on the 5-day course.
Oh.
There was a set A and a set B, and then there's a conflict process.
Set A and set. Why didn't you just say set A and set B? I don't remember all those fine word conflict resolution. No, set A and set B I can remember.
Mm. There's a guy that I met on a course, and he's done all of William White Cloud's work. So he's been doing some stuff with me for training for himself. And I've just been like his person he's training on, sort of thing. Practice sessions for him. But yeah.
Yeah, I would add to the conflict resolution, regret and forget. Just like Ein said, like if you're still putting like energy towards it and you're still thinking about it, make that story that's probably not even true anymore, then you're still being caught in it.
Yeah, the emotions are the attachment. That means you still have some issues with it. You can release the emotion and still have the story. It's like those words, you're forgiven, not forgotten. Forgive yourself, but don't forget the story. The story is your experience. Tools for the toolbox.
It's just actually seeing yourself like, wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Just like that African tribe he talked about, when they greet each other, they say, I see you, just like in the Avatar. I see you, truly see yourself. You're one of the best persons I've met yet. You got a heart of gold. See yourself.
Mm.
Be present with it. Own it. Own the past. Own the future. Own everything.
Mm.
You're it. No one else can be Ian. Only Ian can be Ian.
But yeah, I like see it more like a movie,
Yep.
right? Oh, which part maybe like I could improve maybe. Oh, which part I did really well.
And you're the
But
director, the
not being cut in
cameraman.
the role, right?
Yeah.
Not being cut in the role.
In the movie, you're both the director, the movie, the camera guy, the lead role, the supported role. Whenever you find yourself stuck, just change perspective. Switch.
It's so interesting how when we go to a movie and people talk about the movie afterwards, they talk about what they loved, what they didn't like. And then some people will say, well, he could have done this or he could have done that. And we very seldom apply all of those things exactly as you're saying, Heinz, to the movie of our own lives as we've lived them. It's a very, very, very powerful analogy and a very powerful exercise. Because when we watch something, it's like there's another part of us that comes into existence. And that's awareness. And then you watch yourself watching the movie, and you can go back and back and back and back. Each time you go into a different dimension.
Yeah, but no matter how far we get, there's always a next level. There's no end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So keep your eyes up and keep moving forward. And people often say, well, I don't feel I'm getting anywhere. Well, look a week back then. Where were you then? Oh my God, I've gotten this far then. It's because they look at the minute before or the day before. You got to look weeks, months back, and then you see, oh my God, I've changed.
Mm.
There is no magic pill when you take it and then all of a sudden you became Superman. That's for Goofy to become Super Goof. He's Peanut. But no way there is anything like that in life. It's hard work and maintaining it.
I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday about, I was being asked a little bit more about cancer. And so I said, our body regenerates new cells every, they're different numbers that get kind of passed around. But the essence is that the normal process in our body is that our cells die and new ones come into existence. And with cancer, it's the opposite, is that they don't die. The cells don't die, they just keep on growing. And as I was explaining this, I could see the person that I was talking to. When you're talking to somebody and you can see them, as my mom would say, the cogs were turning. And she looked at me and she said, so actually for normal life, things do need to come to an end, for something new to come, for what you're working on to continue. And if it never dies, it's not such a good outcome. And I honestly had never made that leap. It always, well, for a very long time, I've understood that about cancer, but I hadn't taken it that step further. It's a really nice analogy to have for people.
Yeah, and we also think like the cancer is the bad thing, right? But what if it's, because I think it's Dr. Cowan was saying like, what if it's because you're not detoxifying your body very well? So cancer, like you call it cancer, but like it's a mechanism of your body to pick up garbage in your body and clump it together so it's not damaging anything else.
Oh, for
And when
sure.
there's so much garbage, then like, yeah, it spreads like in other parts of your body.
Yeah.
But it's a detoxifying process.
Well, it's a maladaptive detoxifying process, right?
Yeah, it's like your car, like if you never change the oil.
That's right. Yeah.
Right? Don't change the air filter. Stop breathing, right?
Yep.
But we take care of our car better than our body.
Most of us do, yes, I'm afraid.
We make sure, like, if the car needs premium gas, we'll put premium gas.
Mm.
Even though it's more expensive,
Mm-hmm.
but we know, like, organic food, like real organic food, because I don't know what we're eating now, but it's much better than conventional. But we have all these arguments. Well, yeah, but it's a lot more expensive. But with our car, we don't think twice. It's like, well, that's what he needs. And me first, like I'm not saying like I'm eating everything organic, everything non-GMO, no crap whatsoever, right?
Mm.
That's why I don't call myself perfect.
Perfect is a bad word. No more. You can't grow anymore. It's just the end. Boom. No more. No beauty in perfect. There's beauty in possibilities.
Mm.
Thank you so much again for this morning, everybody. Have a great day ahead of you.
Yeah, have a
Yeah.
nice day, Austin.
You have a blessed
Bye,
day.
Alice.
Thank you. Bye, Ian. Bye, Jess.
Bye.
I've got to go now, but thank you all. Have a beautiful day.
Have a blessed day, Ian.
Bye, Ian.
Yeah, bye, Ian.
Bye.
Have a good day. Yeah, I had this analogy from a book, and imagine you're in a maze, and then someone peek over the wall to see where the exit is. We'll call it cheating, right? But a lot of people are so connected now that like they cut in like a problem maze, and then they just quiet their mind, and then like they're able to get guidance. Oh, turn left, turn right, turn, go straight. But this we won't call it cheating, right? And the other thing is like, why do we say it's cheating? And why do we kind of like to be in this kind of virtual maze? It's because we love the challenge. But if every time you have a challenge, you can just peek over the wall, you'd be like, well, I didn't learn anything here. So what was the point?
Mm.
Like we like the challenge, but we don't. When it's too hard, we're like,
I want the cheat codes. I want the cheat codes.
yeah. I
And
remember
when you
video
feel,
games.
it's too easy. I want it harder.
Remember video games, and you go get the cheat code, and then like you can unlock all level. Your avatar is like super powerful and stuff. You can destroy anything. It was fun for a little bit, like I remember Grand Theft Auto. It was fun for a little bit, but then after a while, you're like, well, there's no challenge here. You're just like, you're destroying everything. You got like 20 cops after you, but you have the flamethrowers, so you can last a long time. It was fun though, but
It was fun being destructive for a while, but it's way more fun taking a little more slowly and doing the
yeah, exactly. It's when you pass all the level, then like you can get the cheat code, and then like, and it's kind of life, right? Like when you pass these challenges, then you can go back to it, and then you're like, oh, okay, that's quite easy, right?
Yeah, it's funny. We always want things we don't have. And when we do get them, we want it different.
Yeah.
Never satisfied.
Like we focus on what we don't have instead than what we have.
It's that past and present. No, past and future, past and future. Not really being present with what we actually got.
Yeah, and that's when like what gratefulness is, right? Like being appreciative for what you have.
Yeah. People always say, well, I could have it a lot better. Well, you could also have it a lot worse.
Bye, Audrey. Have a good day, okay? All right, I'll see you there at graduation. Yeah. Good call. Yeah, I got it. I'll put it in the car. Sorry, guys. I didn't know I was.
Oh, no worries. Your daughter?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now she's done the call also.
Yeah.
So it's her day of graduation, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Eighth
cool.
grade.
That's interesting because I watched a Steve Jobs, like, I guess inspirational like stories, and then he's at a graduation, and then he was like, just so we're you guys all aware, I never graduate. I never went to college, stuff like that. He started with that, and I'm like, oh my God, this is good. But like the way he's saying, he says like, so he went for courses that he wanted. Like he didn't want to get imposed by a system that, oh, you gotta do this, that, like to graduate. Like he was just like, I'll just pick the course I want. And yeah, he tells a bunch of stories, but yeah, if you guys are interested, I can put it, or if I can find it back, it was on Facebook. But he's telling that when he got, like he started Apple, but then he got fired from Apple because his kind of business partner had different vision. And he was like, that was the best thing ever for me. Not the time, you know, but looking back, he's like, that was the best thing because like I become creative again. I wasn't caught in sort of a system.
I realize the more present you come, the more beautiful everything is in the past also.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's good or bad, it was an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it brought us to where we are now. Way! I made it. I'm in the
Exactly.
present.
Back to the same spot.
Yep.
Nothing to show here. Just a more joyful life, you know?
Yeah. Life is what we make of it.
Mm-hmm.
And some people think they can make apple juice out of oranges. Well, you can't. You gotta make what you got. Or you gotta go buy something else, get something else, plant something else, do something else. If you want something else, you gotta be willing to change.
Yeah.
And people say, well, changing is hard, of course. Then it will be hard because you said it's hard. It's just changing. You just say to them, is it hard to change a tire? No, it's easy. You just, oh, well, then it becomes easy because you said it was easy. Well, if you tell yourself it's hard, it will be hard.
Mm-hmm. That's just it, right?
Yeah.
You're selling
changing.
yourself, right?
Yep.
Yesterday I become aware of when I say I will. And I remember like RJ saying like, When you say I will, you know, it's building your will or it's destroying your will. So I've been saying that a lot, right? Like it'd be like, oh, my wife would be like, yeah, can you do dishes right now? No. Oh no, I will do it tomorrow. I will do it in the morning tomorrow. And that's what I
Oh,
said yesterday. And
excuses
usually,
before the will. Ooh.
yeah. But then it was getting late and then I wanted to go to bed. And this morning, got this pile of dishes and I'm like, oh my God, I'm running late. But I said, I will do dishes. Well, guess what I did? I did dishes.
Exactly. You're
And I didn't
supporting your
get late.
will.
And I wasn't late, but
Yeah. And
but
you
it's
supported
building
your
my
will.
will, right?
Yeah, that's building it,
Yeah.
supporting it instead of saying, "Well, I can't do it right now. I'll do it later."
Yeah.
Then you're delaying your will, destroying it instead of building it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I made that correlation. I was like, I don't know, will, but like I didn't really get it before. But then when I say I will, then I will.
Yep.
Otherwise don't say. Don't say you will.
Nope. Don't put your will into a compromising situation.
Yeah.
It's the ego that's giving away all the responsibility. Hey, I'll leave this one to the will.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a clever son of a bitch, that ego.
Whatever that clever guy is, right?
Yeah. It's based on past experience. Well, I can push it off on the will or the maybe.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. Nothing.
Nothing at all.
I did the dishes in the past and I didn't like it.
Mm, that's so true.
It's actually, I find it very meditative to do dishes.
I actually
So,
don't mind it, to be honest,
no,
but just like, when it's time to go to bed, then it's time to go to bed.
yeah,
For
if you're
me, and
tired, you're tired.
it wasn't because I was tired. I was just like, well, I want my whatever 7 hours sleep, right? So
That was the ego talking. I want.
no, not at all, not at all.
No, not your ego. It don't
It's
decide such things.
like,
He's still tied up in the back.
of course he is. Of course. And Allison says you have to apologize to him. Why? Why?
I would rather say, look what you brought on yourself. Can you now behave?
Yeah,
Talk to it like a child. It needs to know who's in charge.
Once you can stay on the back seat, then I'll untie you and not start driving again. You get privilege, right?
If the ego had its choice, we would be sued, Pascal.
Mhm.
Ego versus Heinz and Pascal
Yeah.
would be great news.
Yeah.
Other people would say, they're crazy.
That's
No,
right.
no. We're not crazy. It's our ego that's crazy.
Yeah.
And we're here to prove it.
Exactly.
Well, they
We're
won't buy
living
me
it.
a Armani suit. They won't shine me up.
Mm.
And why do we need to shine it up? Well, it's because I gotta look good to the world. And what does that have to do with me? I don't know, but I want to look good to the world.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun today. On the ego's behalf.
Exactly, right?
And they say the ego is not good for anything. Well, it's good for a good laugh.
It's good to make fun of.
Yeah. And we're not teasing it. We're just telling it the truth.
Yeah, it's got its place, right? On the
Yeah.
back seat.
Yeah. That's where your ego can be your amigo.
Yeah, it can be my amigo. Yeah.
Yeah. He just needs to know his place. And keep his dark thoughts away from us.
Right.
It's just a mistrained aspect, a mistrained perspective.
Yep.
So when we can put awareness on it, put the time on it, change the ego, which means, yes, putting that ego in the back seat for a while, right? To experience, to try to listen to other aspects. Listen to new things, right? Rather than just responding or reacting to what's happening, which is right where the ego is fronting, like leading the charge originally. And then when it's has different perspectives, like retrained new patterns, who knows what that can be possible of, where it needs to ebb and flow in and out of, leading, backseat, driving, front seat. It's like a dance.
Yeah. I feel
Set
that.
that scale has its place.
Yeah.
I do feel that the more we are talking about it and the more conscious we are about the ego, the more it knows, well, I have to change my perspective if I want to be a part of this. So like you're saying, it's training. It's like taming a wild horse to actually make it go with you instead of just running around.
So true. It definitely bucks when you want to take it somewhere else, right? Have it look at this. It's like, oh no. Oh, I don't have to fight with you. I don't have to disagree with you. Oh, the ego bucks at it first. Resists that, right? Because what we're saying is oh wait, ego, you could be wrong. You're wrong. Just accept it.
Ooh, I can't.
Ego, just say you don't know. Hand it over, let it go. Oh, those two things the ego does not do well.
Nope.
Loves to defend itself, loves to be right.
Loves to be in control when everything seems out of control.
And so it's a delusion.
Yeah. It's a replay of a past experience.
That's right. That was safe.
Or at least it was known. New, unknown, dangerous, dangerous, says the ego.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. You would much rather be in something familiar, no matter what the outcome was.
Yeah. I tell my son that a lot, that the ego, well, it wants to go back to what's known, even if it wasn't good for you, because it's known. The safety of knowing. And you don't have
that
to.
was
Yeah, that's why we recycle our experience, right? Like
And then they wonder
same
why.
relationship. You all
Then people,
wonder, like, you know, you got a best friend and like they always go for the same girl, but then they always end up bad. Well, you'd say bad, or you know.
yeah, and then people wonder why they say history repeats itself. Well, the ego can only base things on history. So it will respond with old habits.
It doesn't create anything new.
Nope. New is dangerous. It's
Mm.
unknown, unknown. Don't go that way. Even though the signs along the highway says you need to turn right. No, no, I've never been that way. But the sign says, well, I haven't tried it. Do you trust the signs or do you trust me?
Mhm.
Mm. I realize the more we are training it, all of a sudden it will actually say, "Hey, let's follow the signs." For what? What's the matter with the ego?
Mhm.
Well, I do trust the signs. It's just it's still new, but I trust the signs all of a sudden. That's the reprogramming you were talking about, Jesse. Teaching an old new tricks. Wow, it's really been an expanding day for the heart.
Mm.
I feel it. Feel the energy all around the room. It's just new possibilities. If I could see it, if I opened my eyes, I could probably see much more, like you would say, Pascal. But I can feel it. I can feel the expansion. Even though the room is still the same size, there's much more possibility.
Yeah.
And with the expansion, there's possibilities for new things. Ooh, the ego didn't like that one.
You're gonna start moving object in your room now?
Oh, I'm lying on my back in my bedroom.
Oh,
Just feels way bigger than it used to in one way, even though it looks the same, but it's the feeling.
yeah.
And I bet if I could see anything when I closed my eyes, with the third eye, if I could open that a little more, I would see
Right,
the possibility. I would see hey, there ain't actually any walls. It's just an illusion.
right. And then you can walk through.
Yeah. That's the beauty of creating. It all of a sudden it just explodes into a million creations that just keeps growing one after another. And the ones we keep our focus on is the one that grows the most. But it doesn't mean the others don't grow from the ripples in the water from the one we are working with or the two we are working with. Everything is affected by our intention.
And we're always creating. It's just whether it's what we want or not.
Yep.
Conscious or unconscious, right?
Yep. If we're stuck in the same patterns, that's what we're going to create, see. It's the
Yeah.
only possibility. Well, you guys have a great day.
You too. You have a
Yeah,
good,
you guys too, eh?
have a good flight, or is it in car you're going there?
Yeah, and taking a flight this evening.
Okay, then you have a
Mm.
safe flight and say hi to your family.
All right. Thanks, Heinz.
Yeah. You all have a blessed day. Love and hugs.
Thanks, Pascal.
Yeah, you guys
Bye,
too, eh?
guys.
Take care.
Bye.